They were trying to bridge gaps between Israelis and Palestinians, much like the kids that were killed at the Nova Festival.
The agenda for what they were meeting for was how to get more aid into Gaza.
There you go. Right.
Do you think this Gonzalez kid cared about that?
No.
No. This is what I'm saying. It's just, what is an American Latin kid here? What are you doing?
I mean, his background, from what I understand, has been this kind of manipulation where he's been involved in these pro-Palestinian groups, and this has been happening for a long time. But this is what's been going on, is this homegrown, manipulation of the masses, because we have an easy way to do it now. Anti-Semitism obviously is the spark, so it's easy, right, to go from there. And then when everybody gets on board, right, the media, the institutions, Hollywood, the Democratic Party, it becomes acceptable, which is what you said earlier. So once it becomes acceptable, October 7th, they say, didn't turn people into anti-Semites. October 7th gave the anti-Semites the license to be open about their anti-Semitism.
Right. And I don't really see it getting better. I see it getting worse, unfortunately. So, and
it's hard to be optimistic.
So in the past, when the conflicts have kind of settled down, that kind of rhetoric has settled down, but it never reached this pitch before. I've been through many Israeli conflicts with Hamas, with Hezbollah. I remember, and I always say, the narrative's going to switch because the world switches and this, but the pitch we're at right now, I've never seen.
Yeah, I mean I would say the detached, objective Lloyd would say, and my brothers would tell you that I would say that it seems like it is it seems like it's inevitable. In other words, you have so many people, right? So many Muslims, so many Arabs surrounding a very small Jewish state. And if the world is coming out against that Jewish state, I mean, really, how much longer can it last, right? How much longer? Is it sustainable? I just don't know. And I become very pessimistic that it makes any sense for Jews to even remain in the region. Fuck it, bring them to the desert in California,
I had somebody say that.
We've built it before, we can build it again, and they can leave them to their own devices. I mean, they'll destroy beautiful Israel in 10 days like they always do, and then they'll kill each other, the Sunni and the Shia, right? And they won't be able to blame the Jews anymore.